Hello, Namaste, Namaskaram, and welcome to Stories of Hope Introverts Special. This is the 37th episode of our Stories of Hope. Thank you so much for your love, support, and encouragement, without which we are a long way. It is 37th episode, means almost you can actually consider it as it's been 8 months or 9 months we are into the game, and it is going every week. Means thank you so much. This is only because of you who are watching it, who are actually supporting me in every aspect. So yes, apart from that, I even want to show gratitude to the people or the guests who are coming over here and sharing their stories, without which this show is not at all possible. So their stories actually inspired lot many people. So definitely coming days as well, people will get inspired from this and get some hope in their life. So I believe, the people who are coming over here are sharing their stories about their introversion, and but I believe that this can actually get some inspiration for anyone in this world. It's not only for introverts, it can be extroverts, it can be anyone who want hope in their life. So with this, let us go ahead with this today's episode of Stories of Hope Introverts Special. So as I told you, this is the 37th episode, but still there are a lot of people are coming up and they are sharing their stories without any hesitation, and they are actually so vulnerable, sharing their story, sharing their side of introversion. So I'm so glad that I'm hosting this particular show, and I'm thankful to God and the people who are around me, who are encouraging me, who are supporting me. So today we are there with one of our guests who is, I cannot tell him as a close friend, but yes, he's a good friend of me. I always watch him and I saw him being speaking in different places, and I even know him personally. So I felt like, okay, he's in my list, but it's been so many days I couldn't call him because of there is a lot of line in this particular show. So obviously I called him right now. At that it should be last week, but because of his busy schedule we couldn't do it. But anyhow, it's fortunate enough, I am so glad that I asked him for this week, and he blocked his time. Even though he has a lot of busy schedule, a lot of meetings, still he came up today. So that is what I am so glad and I'm so grateful for him. So yes, he is a person who is so passionate about environment, health and safety, and he is actually into this from 15 plus years, with his in developing and implementing environment, health and safety management systems with different big MNCs I can talk. And he is skilled in this commercial EHS, that is environment, health and safety management, industrial safety management, and regular compliance and audits. There are a lot of things which he has experience, because as I told you, he having 15 plus years of experience means he has kept his hand in lot many things, but mostly in this environment, health and safety. So right now he is actually leading the EHS culture chain in India and in overseas countries as well. Without any delay, let us invite our guest of the day. And I should tell, I was been watching him as well, and while he was speaking as well, he will be having that clarity what he talks about, and the way which he conveys is the you will find authenticity in that, and he know how to lead that. Being an introvert, he has also gone through a lot of ups and downs, and yes, obviously today he will be sharing about his experiences and all. Definitely you will love it. Okay, so without any delay, let us invite guest of the day, Sujit. Hello sir.
Thank you. Good, Santosh.
Thank you so much for
Thanks.
being there. Thank you so much for being here and accepting my invitation, coming over here. And I love to hear from you and from your story. So thank you so much, sir. I'm so grateful for having you on sharing stage with you. Thank you so much.
Actually, it's a pleasure of mine, actually. Okay. Heartiest congratulations to you. I have seen you growing, okay, and now we are into 37th episode. I still remember your first episode and getting your mentor on the episode. It was fantastic. And I have seen you growing, and the way you are upbringing these things and coming out with unique observations and how they can address it, so that others can benefit, and you can add so much of value to the introvert's life. Trust me, I have already shared your YouTube channel link with my friends, like whom I feel that yes, they should learn something new from you. And I have seen your journey; it is fantabulous, and I'm equally pleased to share this stage with you. And definitely, we'll talk about the challenges and how we can overcome it. Okay,
Thank you so much.
so
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
we can move ahead
Yeah,
the way you
yeah,
want.
sure. So thank you so much for your blessings. Always, I tell this: the people's blessings, or I mean, people who love us, drives us every single day. I couldn't do it because of the people around me, like you and other people who gives me blessings that Santosh, you can do it. You're doing great. So this is actually driving me every single day. Thank you so much. So yes, with this we will go ahead with our stories of hope introvert special. So in this, basically, there will be two rounds. One
Mhm.
is about question and answers, and second is about a rapid fire.
Oh wow,
So question
great.
and answers will be about your experiences. Rapid fire is about some funny side of your life as well,
Sure.
right? Okay, okay. So the first round is about question and answers. The first
Mhm.
question in our first round is about, while we are speaking about this, about introversion in your life, you spoke about some experiences and all. So what is that? What are the starting experiences of being an introvert? Or what kind of bullies or any kind of criticism you have faced in your childhood being an introvert?
Long list, in fact. Okay, so you are not introvert by choice as a
Right.
kid. Okay, there may be some characters in a kid where his upbringing may have become him like made him an introvert, particularly from his parents behavior or something like that. That was not the case with me, but some financial challenges at our end, which I have seen very closely, has made me gone into a cocoon. Okay, and which has given me subconsciously a thought, a very strong thought or a belief in my mind that yes, I cannot break this top level. Okay, they are superior, they are stronger, they are rich. So I said rich, but that was the first uh, parameter which I had in my life when somewhere I got understanding of introvert, that okay, I should not fight these guys in my life because they are rich, they can reach out to the people and they can do anything. So that is how it started. So what happened at a very early stage, I got into a cocoon even as a kid. Okay, and then it continued for around till my college days. Okay, so I
Hmm.
still remember someone like in my class, someone has asked like, okay, one of my friends has asked, where is Sujit? And someone said, it is very easy. You can identify, just look for a blue shirt and the navy blue pant, and that's Sujit. Because I only had two pairs of dressing that time, particularly in that year, and which made my entity as a person. So that was me, right? Till the point I met someone in my college, and that was my lecturer, Mr. Deshmukh. Okay, so Professor Deshmukh. So he introduced me to my true potential. I was really good in studies. I was not I was very catchy. I was very prompt, uh, really a deep thinker. You assign me a task and it is done. But somewhere I was not able to, like, there was some gap which was holding me back. It was not shyness. Okay, your shyness and introvertness is completely different. There are two different things. You are introvert by your own choice, or you express yourself when you feel to express.
Hmm.
Shyness is completely different. Shyness is something that you get into that and it become your belief and trait, a personality trait. Okay, introvert person can be situational as well. Okay,
Hmm.
and that was happened. So you can come across so many people who were introvert at the beginning of their life or their career, or you can also see people, those who are really doing some great things in their career, and all of a sudden due to some circumstances or some situational changes in their profession, they become introvert completely. It is not about shyness. It is about their choices, or they just got into that zone. Okay, and whenever the time comes, they can express themselves. So similar thing happened to me as well when my lab professor introduced to me to my true potential. And literally being an introvert, a guy sitting fairly on a backbencher, okay, but he introduced me that, okay, you can do the stage hosting during our annual meets or annual functions. I said, no, it is not possible. Like, he said, I know you are the guy who reads a lot. Okay, so I was a voracious reader, and I still read. I believe in reading, and I still read whenever I get time. I read, and whenever I'm saying that, okay, whenever I get, I'll, I read daily. Okay, that is, I cannot like at least a post or something which I keep reading. So you said you have a command on your local language and you can just express it. 2 days of briefing, and that changed my entire perspective towards looking at someone as a superior. Okay, probably that may be my a wrong belief, which was as I was holding back in close to my heart, that I should not fight or challenge to the rich people in the community or something like that, right? So I overcome it, and it was grand 2 consecutive years where I did an hosting for multiple occasions for my college. I represented my college and won few good medals too. So that was a breakthrough I got, and I think everyone needs that one moment or one opportunity in your life where you can switch over. So that was my short introduction or story where I broke from being an introvert to an I cannot say extrovert, but yes, I know when to express myself and when not to, when I can hold back my horses and when I can let them go. So that's by choice. Being an introvert by choice is always good for you.
Right.
That's
Amazing.
how you can express how, like, you have many things in control.
Mm-hmm.
And extroverts, at superficial level, you may see some guys, like some kids, those who are with me, like I was like, they are, wow, they are always they were the, like, always they are the uh, just they are in the room and all room is theirs. Okay, so
Right.
they are like leaders and all. And you must have heard this like many a time in the in the readings or through conversation as well, like introverts don't make a good leaders. I don't believe in that. In fact, the great leaders, in, like, just take an example of Swami Vivekananda or even Mahatma Gandhi, who was considered to be an introvert leaders, but
Right.
look at the change, the impact they have made through their action, right?
Right.
So there are few typical strong characters which introvert holds them within them, and they can utilize it as per their wish, as per their uh, like as per their choices. Okay, so that's the best part of it. However, extrovert, like those guys, those who are talking about, they were the fame, they were in the fame that day. But today, if we I look at these guys and measure the achievement or impact they have made, it is still superficial. So that is the difference between the extrovert guy and an introvert guy. And I don't force, or I don't see that introvert guy should be forced to be extrovert. No, let him be there, or let him or she be there that way, and let the person take good decisions
Right.
and how and when they want to express themselves. Yeah, so it is different perspective.
Exactly. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, sir. So, yeah, that is one thing which most of the people are even coming to me, asking me, like whenever I am talking in different public platforms, social media, people ask me, Santosh, I want to become an extrovert in one. I mean, immediately give me a tablet. I was like, it's not
No,
something which you can immediately change. That is a
no,
character which is built by you because of the because of your conditioning, because of your old beliefs and all. It's not
exactly.
possible. And people ask me as well, Santosh, you are an extrovert. You come and talk. I mean, come live easily. You can speak and all. I tell I am an introvert still, but it is about situation. It is about there is a
Exactly.
reason I'm coming out and I'm just talking. That's it. So I'm not an extrovert. Still, I'm an introvert. I am telling this live every time. Every time I'm telling this, it's up to you. As already Sudhir sir, you told about it's a choice whether you
It's a
want to.
choice.
It's up to you whether you want to be silent or whether you want to do whatever you want. It's up to you whether you want to come out and speak. It's fine. It's not anything something which is to be which is taken as a bad thing. Yeah. Now coming to the next question, sir. Regarding you spoke about your experiences. Your mentor, I mean, your teacher, professor, spoke. I mean, gave you an opportunity and made you understand your potential. But obviously, as a human being, let us go in a practical mode and let us understand. So, at the first time, I'm asking, when the first time when you go on stage, being an introvert, you have never done that before. That's the first
No.
time you. So now, obviously, what is your feeling, and after that, what is your? I mean, before going at that place, what is your feeling? After coming out of it, what is your feeling? Just want to know.
Two things. Very extreme feeling at the same on the same stage.
Right.
The moment that the curtain goes up, okay, and I was standing in the middle of the stage, okay, and my first entry, I'm standing in the middle of the stage, and I was frozen, and I was like scared or just I don't know what happened in that moment. Okay,
Right.
that is first moment, and that just made me nervous for fractions of second. It was not like that. Okay, I'm not reacting, it was like, and then I just looked at my person. Like you have buddies, right? You have
Right. Right.
someone in there whom you can talk to. And then I just looked at my lecturer who taught me this within 2 days, and I started straight looking at him and talking to him. I never realized that when I shifted my focus to others and covered thousands of students in that auditorium.
Okay.
So, and the moment I exited from the stage, it was like, yes, I did it. So, that very two different feelings on the same stage in the same day and during the same episode, actually, it's just an entry, and you perform something and you take an exit because you are an anchor, you are hosting a complete program in your annual gathering, and it is very frequent, and then next entry onward, flawless. So that's a difference. You can feel like still getting nervous on a stage when you are entering onto stage is very natural,
Correct.
but don't hold that close to your heart. Don't get freeze into that moment. Okay, that moment is very temporary. 1 second, 2 second, that's fine. Take a breath and next moment.
Yeah, definitely, sir. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Even right now as well, I feel little nervous when I start something, but I always feel that if we start something, it will go in the flow. So
Yeah.
that first step, having that courage to take a step, is one basic thing most of the people miss. But yeah, whoever are watching it live or recorded, as Sujit sir spoke about that, it is quite common to be nervous. It's not like whoever are on the stage right now, or you can see whoever are great speakers, they also have nervousness. That doesn't mean they're great speakers means they will not be having nervousness. Even a lot of people will accept this point that they are also feeling nervous while going on stage. But yeah, it is about some fraction of seconds, and after that, obviously, if they are preparing for the first few minutes, they are ready to go. That's it. The next thing, obviously, next thing, it will come in flow. That's it. So yeah, whoever actually has a fear of actually going out and speaking, that starting, or I can call it as the kickstart of whatever you do, is very important. It's nothing that, I mean, that breaking your own mental barriers is very important. That's what I think Sujit sir has also done, that breaking his own mental barrier, and he
Yeah.
went ahead and spoke and started, and it went with the flow, right?
it actually lasts for a second. If you
Right.
conquer that 1 second or 2 seconds, it is like no matter what, which platform you go, first 4-5 words or even a sentence, it's fine. Getting nervous is fine. There is nothing wrong.
Right.
Every speaker gets nervous whenever they get on the stage,
Right.
but the level of nervousness varies,
Right.
and they just switch to the next level, right, with their energy and the right intentions. And if we hold that close to our heart, then you get free. So that's the thing. Just let it go and mix with the flow,
Right.
and you'll be through. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Yeah, that's what it is very important. So now let us go to the next question. Is about being a leader. So yeah,
Mhm.
you spoke about leadership already, giving examples of Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, and all. But yeah, anyhow, I just want to ask you regarding leadership and introversion. So if, for example, being an introvert, it's very tough for being in group. So what exactly happened when you started your career being a leader, and what exactly how you have handled that in the crowd or your team? Obviously, you have to talk to people, you have to talk to our top management and all. How you have handled it?
Okay. So I'll connect it with the leadership behaviors, okay, which a character a leader should have. Okay.
Right, right.
So it started with me when I was working for an IT firm, and I was a production guy, okay, who used to develop and all those stuff. Okay, so that is we call production. And
Hmm.
then in production, they made me a leader. Okay, now I become a team lead
Hmm.
and production team lead. Now you are getting a team of around 10 people to handle.
Hmm.
But one thing which helped me a lot is like a good leader should have a good listening, good
Right,
ears. That is the character, strongest character a leader should have. We
right,
should be able to listen others what they are trying to say, and that helped me a lot when I took over as a leader. So I started listening my team members, what are their concerns. The second character which helped me there is to, and which again is a typical character of an introvert, is a deep thinker. When I'm saying a deep thinker, is like introvert can think levels down with the same focus without getting diverted on the thoughts. Okay, so that helped me because I'm listening to my team members, their concern, and now I'm just thinking how I can resolve those issues. Why I'm not getting the productivity, how I can improve the productivity, how I can arrange my team dynamics and everything. So what happened is like my thinking and acting on it quickly has helped me a lot to handle the situation. And the onboarding as a team lead was not easy because now you are leading your colleagues, like these were the same colleagues, same team which I used to work for. My leader has got promoted and he nominated me to take over his role.
right.
So I still remember his name, Praveen Ubganlawar. So he
Hmm.
gave me a first opportunity very at very young age actually. And he believed in my strength there, that okay, he is quite listener and he can take actions. So that helps us. Second thing is like we also as a leader, we should need to understand from which background the person is coming.
Right.
I still remember there was one team member who used to literally doze off while working. He's typing something and he's completely dozing off on the laptop.
Oh.
I said,
Hmm.
buddy, what are you doing? And then I come to know he's almost working in double shift to make some
Oh.
money because he has some financial challenges. So you should understand your team members at the right time, right? In the right way. You cannot just call them off, right? So once you understand the challenges they are going through, then you can help them in a different way. So what I did is like I changed his role a little bit. And what happened, it allowed him some breathing space so that he can manage two things together.
Hmm.
And he was really thankful because Now he can make little money and be relaxed and healthy to perform when he is working with me in a day, right? So that helps a lot. So, and one more thing is like when you want to lead something, it depends how much you know about the subject as well. So I'm not saying SME is the very trendy way or a trendy word in the market now, uh, which is again get teased as well in a very different perspective. Okay, because there are so many self-claimed SMEs. Okay, and which we have to be really careful about.
Okay.
And it really helps if you know your subject well, if you know your people well, and you are listening them, and altogether you are taking the right action in the right time, in the right direction. That's a perfect blend. You can lead. And it doesn't mean when as I said that extrovert is not the character, the only character you need to lead. Okay, introverts can express themselves by their choices, as I said earlier, and that is when that is where it allows them to restore their energy and utilize their energy in a right direction with the right focus. So that's a typical character of a good leader. And I believe, yes, an introvert person can lead uh, very greatly.
Yes, sir. Yes, I mean, obviously the leadership points should come up. There
Yeah.
are some, as you mentioned, about deep thinking and understanding your maybe team, and there are a lot of things
Yes.
we have to take care
Yeah.
being a leader. That is one thing. Being, I mean, in being an introvert, deep thinking is one biggest. I
Character.
can tell biggest strength being an introvert
Yes.
people have. Even I also think
Yes.
a lot. So it may lead to overthinking sometimes, but yeah, it's okay. Sometimes we will go out of our space and we'll
Yes.
think out of that, but our way. But yeah, it's fine. Sometimes we will be having good thought process, and sometimes we'll get a lot of ideas out of it. And yeah, that is a great thing. And you have shared your experiences and as well. So now let us let us go into this point of being an introvert. Now again the question is about leadership, but I think taking a new thing. So as the topic is about, can introverts lead the change, means
Yes.
obviously leadership is okay because
Yeah.
already something is there, people are there, and everything is going good. But leading a change or taking a movement into action is not
You're right.
easy part, right? So how, I
Mm.
mean, that's what being a leader, normally it is fine, but if you're working on something new, you have to take up lot of negativities, lot of, you have to handle a lot of people, and obviously that change will not happen that simply. So
Right.
so how you want to actually talk about this being an introvert, how you are leading the change and how you can do it? And first of all,
Right.
can introvert lead the change? Yes or no?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that is they have all the ammunition with them. Being an introvert, you have all the ammunition, all the character, the strengths you need to lead. Okay, coming to your point, how to lead a change. Okay, so when you are changing, like from one perspective to another, like a cultural change, I work with the cultural change. Like I help like businesses to change their perspective from environment, health, and safety angle, right? So
Right.
my change is sensitizing people about their importance of their own life,
Right.
and asking or persuading them to take such actions which can ensure they remain safe every day, no matter what, where they are working, what they are doing, whether they are working for our company or they are working at home or they are doing something at home in their personal life as well, right?
Right.
So it's a complete change. And for doing that change, as I said earlier, you need to understand the people first. The first thing is like understanding your customer. Okay, and you should understand the customer in a very right way. Okay,
Mm.
you cannot just go superficial. You have to really think about your customer uh, avatar. Okay, how this customer is, and then think, okay, what are the limiting factors which is holding him back from getting into action? And now The third stage comes where you build your persuasion around only one thing, that how you can break that barrier which was holding the person back, right? So ultimately you are pushing, you are breaking the chains, you are helping the customer to break the change through your persuasion and get into action phase. So, and culture change can be achieved by setting up a right intensity, like the intention or a win-win offer for both the parties. At the same time, setting up the urgency. Setting up an urgency at very first level is very, very critical. And you can set urgency through various, or there are different ways to set up an urgency. Sometimes it's like, okay, particularly in my area, urgency is something regulatory requirement, like, okay, people are not wearing helmet, and the urgency is like, okay, police will challan them. So urgency is set by regulatory thing, okay, but
Right.
that only regulatory stick cannot work everywhere. It has to be proactive, right? So for proactive approach, you have to have a higher value associated with your cultural change aspect, like the intention of cultural change. So when you are moving from one point to another, what is the value add you are going to provide to your customer, or your customer avatar, whomsoever it may be? It is not the third party customer, but your internal customer, your management, your team members, your colleagues, even working partners. So you have different customers to cater within the company itself, right? So introverts can definitely do that by understanding the person, by understanding the limiting factors, setting up the urgency, working on persuasion, the right persuasion model, which can change the person to get into action. So these are quick 4 or 5 tips to get into action quickly.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. But just again, I just want to ask you regarding this as well. Being an introvert, what are your strengths? What do you feel being an introvert? Your strengths to lead a way. So I think you have mentioned one or two, but yeah, if you have anything, please let us know so that it will be useful for other people as well.
Right. So the biggest challenge about the introverts, and you must have heard about this myth, people feel that introverts are nerds, or they are arrogant, right? Sometimes it
Rude.
happens, rude, right? So people feel that way, but unfortunately, like, it is not the way. It's not true at first place, okay? What introvert wants is, like, introvert people wants everyone to be fair and transparent and honest at first place. That is their basic requirement, okay? The moment we cater to that basic thing, everything can be changed. So if we see, as you asked me, what are the strengths introverts can have, okay? So first thing is, like, the thinking they have, the choices they can make, when to express, when to hold back, okay? They can take a pause before they express, and that little pause helps them to frame their sentences without hurting someone's emotions, okay? So that's the strength, in fact, for an introvert. Extrovert can go directly tak 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 at the speed of 10 words in a second. An introvert can come to 3 words per second, but it is very poised, controlled, crisp, clear.
Right.
So why I'm saying that, ultimately, you and me, there is only one mechanism which connects us. That's the communication. If your communication is clear and to the point, definitely it will help other person to understand. You can add 1 or 2 backgrounds to take that person to the point, right? Which is always needed, because people may not like you to say yes or no straight away on the face. People Everyone wants to hear all goody things, right?
Right.
So you cannot be goody things all the time. You have to tell
Right.
the truth. So
Right.
to tell the truth, you can get your concept backed up with one or two stories or one or two concept or one more added layer which can get your message through. So that is one strength I feel all introverts has. Second, I will feel is like when we say someone, okay, this guy is of no value, like he don't speak out. Give them an opportunity. Give them, just try to give them an opportunity, and they will speak out, and they will give you the highest valuable inputs to your team. Okay,
Right.
so they are real good players, real good team players. I want to say, but at the same time you have to find out the balance. If you are an introvert leader, you have to find out a balance in within your team. Okay,
Right.
so
Right.
that is the second character. As a leader, you should have find out the balance, and then these are the two strengths introvert can do. Like he can find out a balance very well than an extrovert
Yeah.
person. So these are two things which I think can go very well with the introverts.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, that is very profound and very clearly explained. Thank you so much. So definitely your points are valuable, and even I can relate whatever you are talking about. Means how
Thank you.
I have been growing in my particular career as well. I have seen some leaders who actually done it for me. So
Yeah.
then only that's where this Santosh is born. Otherwise, maybe you cannot see this Santosh over here. They gave me an opportunity to come out, and they spoke with me personally, one on one. Whenever I
Yes.
never used to express, they spoke with me one on one, telling that Santosh, why are you know? I mean, it's okay. Just let me know what you can do, and they give me that opportunity. So that is where
Yeah.
I was born. I mean, I was being over here and speaking or delivering like this. So, yeah, thank you so much for that profound words. And now let us go. I mean, we are almost done with our Stories of Hope
Yeah.
Introvert special. But the next round, second round is our, rapid fire. So
Hmm.
before going into that rapid fire, just people who are watching it live or recorded, if you want to follow or if you want to know about more things regarding Sujit sir, you can follow him on all the social medias. I have given the links in the description already. You can follow him. I mean, get some information regarding the leadership and that stuff, and about whatever he is working on, the environment, health and safety management. You can also get some inputs
Sure.
from him. Definitely, it is worth it. And yes, let us go to the rapid fire. Is about again the question, and you give it in one or two lines of answer. So the first question
Sure.
in rapid fire is about: are you a night owl or you are early bird?
Early bird,
Okay.
as
What time you?
always.
Yeah, at what time you get up
So
normal?
it depends.
Hmm.
Like I, I'm very much like, okay, 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. is fine. Now I'm working from home. I'm working late night some evening, so 6:30 is my time now. Yeah. Otherwise, my if it is an office, then it's 5:30 sharp. No compromises.
Okay. So next question is about your way of getting motivated or getting inspired. I mean, I don't want to talk about books. I want to ask you regarding in a way of entertainment. It can be songs, it can be music. Oh, sorry, it can be music, it can be movies or anything else which you want to convey that in this way also you get entertainment out
I like
or
to
get.
unwind. I like to unwind with my songs, like music,
Okay.
always.
What is your favorite song?
So
Not
you
many.
must have heard about, so current follow is like, I'm following Sanam. If you know, his like, he sings
Yeah.
80s songs. I really loved him.
Okay.
There are few more like which I really follow them. Yeah, I really like them.
Amazing, amazing. So yes, so now again coming to a point of getting inspiration from books. So what is the first book which actually inspired you, or I can tell any book which inspired you to get an impact in your life?
uh, that is very tricky, honestly, because I'm really a book reader. But I came across in a book by Simon Sinek, which is Start with Why.
That is
Okay.
why.
Yeah, and I really feel if someone gets the crux of that book, your life is done. That is
Right.
my take on that book. Because if your why is strong enough, your how and what is just a superficial thing. And if you understand the why well and you are addressing how, probably I may have connected that book has connected with me so well because I'm that way only from the beginning. Probably I always had why at first and then how. What part is really superficial because people speak about what, but if you fix these two issues, you're done. So yes, start with what is the peak.
Adding to that point, I got also inspired from this book called A Start With Why, and I
Yeah.
got connected to that book because I always think that I should do something for some reason. So this
Yes.
book, after reading this book, I got a complete shift of mind that you are doing it right only. I am doing it right only, but yeah, it should be
Yes.
even more precise, and we should be having that why to do anything. So that even after starting that book, this complete show, whatever the stories of Hope Introvert special, the way which I see the show got completely transformed. The starting time, I just started to just ask people to know about their life and all. But once I read that book, and after that, I again viewed this particular stories of Hope Introvert special. The way which I see things completely got transformed. So thanks,
Exactly.
Cynic. And yeah, I think you got also inspired from that book. So
It
yeah,
is a nice book.
yeah. So now the next question will be about in this is about anyone who actually felt, Sujit, you are so introverted and you never speak to us in our school days or college days. Right now you have transformed a lot, and we are so getting inspired from anyone pinged you, or in specific, I want to ask someone who bullied you or teased you in your childhood right now told that, Sujit, you made a lot of impact and you transformed a lot, buddy. Anyone as such? Any experience as such?
I can show the post right away. Just 2 weeks back, the person who bullied me, or he was my good friend, but kind of the super guy. So he commented something on a friends group, and there was one guy, uh, other person who is also my good friend, very well good friend, and he has seen me transforming during my
Hmm.
college days and all. So rather than me commenting in the group, he commented something and he just wrote, I have seen him transforming. He is no more what you know him in his, um, like in his school's days. Okay,
Yeah.
done. That's period. So it is like someone commenting on behalf of you. It's a testimony. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was deeply touched by that. Yes, I was deeply touched by that.
Yes. So why I ask you this, anyone who came up
Yeah.
come as a guest, I ask this is a lot of people think that, "Arey, right now I'm not good enough." So people who are watching it live or recorded, it's okay to be not good enough at this point.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, what you are doing for tomorrow is very important. Right now, whatever Sujit sir was talking about, at that moment he's not good enough. Probably he's an introvert. He
It's
never
fine.
used to talk. It's fine. But now you can see what people are actually commenting on his behalf. So it will change, guys. You have to work on it. That is where the intent behind asking this kind of questions to the guests, so that they can share what happened in their life and right now what they are. Right.
Yes.
So yes, with that, thank you so much, sir. We are done with Stories of Hope Introvert special today's episode. I love
Okay.
the conversation which I have with you and your experiences and all. And one last thing which you want to share with our audience.
One last thing, which is like, it is not about introvertness. It's about breaking that barrier.
Right.
You are not a shy. Try to understand this. You are not a shy. You are an
Right.
introvert. You have the
Right.
choices. Okay.
Right.
And
Right.
if you want to get succeed in your
Right.
life,
Right.
conquer that first moment. As I said, conquer that
Hmm.
first moment. What
Right.
I have gone through on the stage, and the whole world is yours. Success is
Right.
yours. So that's my take.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you for giving that. And yes, it's about breaking your mental barriers and coming out of your own fears. It's about old beliefs, guys. It's not about introversion. Don't connect this introversion with shyness and all.
No,
It's your
no.
old beliefs and it's your own limitations. Nothing, there is nothing called as introversion which is stopping you. It is you who is stopping you. So come out of it and fight against it. And thank you so much, sir, for giving your valuable inputs again. I'm so grateful for actually being over here and hosting you today. Thank you so much.
Thanks for inviting me on your show, really. And I wish all the best to this show. Get more and more people connected. We are also learning from you, and it is a cross learning, in fact. Okay. And I know in personal life, like 4,000, like 400 plus people are already following you now in a very short time, and you are changing those 400 plus lives in a true sense. So keep that and keep adding that value to the people's life. And Santosh, success is already yours. Thank you.
I'm just starting this. Still, success means it's. I mean, I want to reach 1 million people. That's what success for me.
You will.
So yeah. So I mean, that's what transforming that 1 million people actually. I mean, right now you're transforming one person actually gives me a lot of fulfillment. But yes, reaching more and more people gives me more fulfillment. Thank you so much for your blessings.
Exactly.
Probably with your blessings, I can. I mean, I can. I know that I can do it because with your blessings only I can do it. And always being. Thank you for being that support, and thank you for being giving that blessings. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Santosh. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah. So with this, yeah, we are done with our Stories of Hope Introvert special. We'll meet you in the next episode of Stories of Hope Introvert special. Till then, you can follow me on all the social medias, or you can join our group Proud Introverts, where we will be talking about the introversion, what we can do. Already, there are some tips where what I have done in my life, and some other people who has got that inspiration in their life and got transformed. So thank you so much, guys, and we'll meet you in the next episode. Till then, have a nice week and stay home and stay safe.
Take care. Bye-bye.